Marie Cardinal's autobiographical novel, The Words to Say It, 1983, recounts her 7-year on and off journey through psychoanalysis, beginning with a severe mental collapse in her 30s and spiraling back to her youth in Algeria. Her complex bond with her mother, the wounds and wonders of ordinary life. Cardinal examines what it means to be loved and to love herself, even in the shadow of a devastating past. The story opens in a grim, quiet cul-de-sac on the outskirts of Paris. Here, 30-year-old Marie Cardinal arrives, desperate for a rebirth. She has heard of a renowned psychoanalyst who lives nearby and seeks his help after years of debilitating mental illness and violent menstrual bleeding that no doctor has ever managed to explain. Freshly escaped from a sanatorium, she knows this analyst is her final hope for sanity and relief. She has considered suicide more than once, driven by these agonies, yet she has 3 children, so she travels to this neglected suburb, to this silent doctor, in pursuit of a new beginning. Marie is tormented by what she calls the thing, a terrifying inner force of disorder and fury that she believes causes her constant bleeding, while doctors insist it is just a menstrual issue. They dismiss her claim that her mental torment and physical pain are connected, suggesting instead that madness is merely a byproduct of unruly hormones. After months adrift in illness and institutionalization, Marie recognizes that only a profound transformation can save her. So she sits in the office of the Parisian analyst, a small remote presence who says nothing while she pours out her fears, her memories, her entire life. He pays no attention to her physical symptoms and instead instructs her to focus on language, stories, on the meaning she creates. And then, after that first session, her bleeding stops, miraculously. From then on, she returns 3 times a week, hunting for a cure to the thing. Marie recounts much of what she confides in therapy. She revisits her childhood in colonial Algeria, where she lived as the only daughter of a wealthy plantation-owning, fiercely Catholic divorcee. Her mother, generous to others, yet cold and unreachable to her own surviving child, quickly becomes the centerpiece of Marie's analysis. Having already lost an infant before Marie's birth, her mother remained convinced that her husband killed the baby. Eventually, Marie uncovers one of her most harrowing memories. At 14, her mother admitted she had attempted to abort her, a procedure that failed. From that revelation, Marie plunges through dreams, hallucinations, and altered states until she slowly rises from the analyst's couch, transformed. She learns at last to live without clinging to hierarchy, image, or the most agonizing forms of self-loathing. By the end, Marie is not entirely healed. Few people ever are, but she no longer wishes to die. Marie Cardinal, born Simone Adette Marie-Thérèse Cardinal in 1929, was a French novelist raised in Algeria. From an affluent background, she later studied in Paris, earned a doctorate in philosophy, and taught in Lisbon, Vienna, and Montreal. Though she debuted as a novelist in the early 1960s, her reputation only flourished with the publication of The Key of the Door in 1972, and The Words to Say It in 1975. She also briefly acted in films, appearing in works by Jean-Luc Godard and Robert Bresson. Her writings have since been translated widely. Cardinal died in France in 2001. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.